These are the best hot and cold air conditioners in India in 2023. Hot and cold ACs can be used throughout the year and in general support a range of -7 degrees Celsius to 52 degrees Celsius. There are exceptions to this. Daikin supports a low of -10 and a high of 54 degrees Celsius, and Hitachi supports a low temperature of -15 degrees Celsius. But remember, the outdoor unit should not be placed in areas where it snows. In hot and cold air conditioners, 1.5 ton and 3-star rated is the most common specification, and that's what we will mostly cover today. Typically, a 1.5 ton AC is recommended for rooms ranging from 150 to 200 square feet. But room size alone is not the only thing that determines the tonnage that you have to buy. If you have more than 2 people in the room, the presence of a large east or west facing window, you stay on a higher floor, or you live in areas where there are extremely high temperatures, you may have to buy a higher tonnage for the same room size. Now, how well and fast an AC cools or heats a room is determined by its cooling or its heating capacity. Higher the cooling or heating capacity, faster is the efficiency of the AC for cooling and heating. For example, amongst the 1.5 ton ACs compared, Mitsubishi, LG, Lloyd have the best cooling and heating capacities compared to the other models. As ACs can be power guzzlers, a big consideration when buying ACs is the energy efficiency, which can be determined by the star rating. Higher the star rating, more efficient it is. But the upfront cost for a higher star rated AC is higher too. Except for the Mitsubishi model, which is a 4-star rated hot and cold AC, all other models compared are 3-star rated as per the latest rating period. Amongst the 1.5 ton 3-star ACs compared, Panasonic and Voltas consume slightly lower electricity compared to the rest. But it's quite negligible as this is the annual electricity compared and it is under test conditions, which is 1600 hours, which comes to a little bit over 4 hours per day. Your usage may be very different than this, and hence the electricity consumed would be very different as well. As a best practice, it is recommended to set the AC to a 24 degrees Celsius temperature for the best energy efficiency of the AC and the least power consumption. Before we close on this topic of the ICER rating, a question you may have is, does purchasing an air conditioner with the latest ICER rating make any difference at all? Let's take an example with LG. For the same model, the 2022 air conditioner has an ICER rating of 4.73 and consumes 818 units of electricity per year, whereas the latest 23 model has an ICER rating of 5.2 and consumes only 685 units of electricity per year. Substantial savings. Now, these days, most ACs claim to support stabilizer-free operations as they support a range of 110 to 285 volts. Still, the service person will recommend you to buy a stabilizer. Do you really need it? If you have frequent power and voltage fluctuations in your home, then this could affect the PCB in your AC, which then will cost you 3,000 to 8,000 rupees to replace, especially if it's not under warranty. A stabilizer would cost you between 2,000 and 2,500. So unless you have a fairly stable input power and voltage, it is better to get a stabilizer for your AC and any large appliance for that matter. Auto clean or self clean is now available in all ACs. When not cleaned, cooling of ACs can be affected due to the bacteria and dirt buildup. In the auto clean mode, the AC's indoor unit is cleaned and dried to eliminate moisture, which is the key source of fungus and mold. This does not mean that regular AC maintenance is not required. This can be done on an annual basis. If the humidity of your room is higher, it takes longer to cool the room as the moisture in the air can make the room a lot hotter. All ACs compared have some form of humidity control to improve the efficiency of the ACs. If you stay in a place with very high humidity, like you stay near a sea, then you need a dedicated dehumidifier. Just an AC may not be enough. Panasonic is the only hot and cold air conditioner compared that supports smart home capabilities through their app, through Alexa and Google Home. None of the other models support it. You can start, stop and remotely diagnose on the app itself, which is quite useful. All ACs give a 1-year warranty on the product with 10 years on the inverter compressor. LG, Panasonic, Daikin and Mitsubishi give an additional warranty on the PCB, which is quite useful as replacement of a PCB, if it gets spoiled, costs about 3,000 to 8,000. Now that we understand what to look for when selecting the best hot and cold air conditioner, Let's get to my recommendations. I have 3 recommendations for you. I recommend the Daikin 1.8 ton 3-star hot and cold AC, which is the overall best with the best cooling and energy efficiency. It has one of the best ICER rating of 4.39 with an annual published energy consumption of 1057 watts. The heating and cooling capacity are both great at 6000 watts, and it has a great airthrow of 16 meters or 52 feet. Airthrow is the distance the AC can distribute the air from the indoor unit. It supports a temperature range of -10 to 54, has auto clean, auto restart capabilities, and does offer an additional 5-year warranty on the PCB. If you are looking for the best hot and cold AC with a good energy efficiency and that has Wi-Fi, then I recommend the Panasonic 1.5 ton 3-star hot and cold AC. It has one of the least annual energy consumption of 972 watts, under test conditions of course. It has a 5.1 kilowatt cooling capacity and a 5-year additional warranty on the PCB. It supports a temperature range of -7 to 52 and gives you the ability to control the AC from anywhere, including turning it on or off, adjusting temperature, monitoring the status, and changing modes directly from the Mirai app or Alexa and Google Home. And lastly, if you're looking for a good and efficient hot and cold AC on a budget, then I recommend the Lloyd 1.5 ton 3-star AC. It has a slightly higher power consumption than the Panasonic model recommended, but it does offer very good cooling and heating capacities at 5.25 kilowatts and 5.4 kilowatt respectively, which is higher than the Panasonic. It has all the key capabilities like supporting -4 to 52 degrees Celsius, auto restart and auto clean. It does not include smart home capabilities and does not have additional warranty on the PCB like the other 2 models recommended. Now those were my top 3. If there's one more model that I could select, it would be the LG 1.5 ton 3-star AC with similar capabilities like the Panasonic one but without Wi-Fi. If you like this video, you may want to subscribe to the channel and watch this video next. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.